Welcome to the birthplace of college football. The State University of New Jersey, the campus of Rutgers in Piscataway, and we are ready for what ought to be a tremendous game today. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Iowa Hawkeyes taking on the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Hawkeyes will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. So the Rutgers Scarlet Knights offense will get the first possession of the game. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge.
Breaks into the open. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
The coaches told us in pregame that they love this back's mixture of speed and power. Listen, he's not the power back all the time, but he's moving so fast that it's hard to get him to the ground.
It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Sheffield. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Here they're trying to get it to the edge. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this 1st drive.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Finds a man on the right. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. and leaves it on the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an all-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback finding his open receiver on third down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is third down conversion percentage. If you're a great third down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill third down so much in practice.
Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down.
On that 3rd down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on 4th.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. He'll line it up from 34 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Iowa's offense has the ball for the first time. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
Oh, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for space. It's Moulton. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Man, just a great job on the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
Kick is in the air. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Bring in the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
The Scarlet Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Raymond. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the big fella. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up fourth and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
They kick it away on fourth down. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. The short hands, it's Gill. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with second and short. Takes a handoff. It's Moulton. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Right back to the well. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Here's the handoff. Powers through the defender. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And this running back right now is sending a very clear message. He doesn't want to just be known as a guy that can run around you or run away from you. He wants you to know he can lower the shoulder and get those tough yards if need be.
The Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. He'll keep it on the sneak. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Power football with the run. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've come to the break, and Rutgers is holding the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Hands it off. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice job by the fullback on that play. He was in pass protection first. He saw he could release out of the backfield, become a viable target for the quarterback, and gains a couple yards.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. They go to the ground. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage. And after that big run, the defense answers.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The lost yardage leaves him with 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Pass rush going after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Offensive linemen are offensive linemen for a reason. They're not as fast as those guys on the edge. And you can see the defensive end came screaming off the edge, got to the quarterback before that O-lineman could do anything about it. Nice job of that defensive end. Scoop them sacks, baby.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He's got it. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And the field goal ties it up here in the 2nd quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Leaves it with the back. Oh, better look out! They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. To the ground. He's got it again. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
And the Scarlet Knights have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's strong. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed to rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Weber. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
And I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to throw again. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Ready to try the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. The give to the back. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback running on the draw. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
They booted away on 4th down. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Grabbed behind the line. It's Weber. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's strong. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And when you get zone coverage and you're running curls and the wide receiver sprints off the ball, you know what happens? That DB starts to bail, and that wide receiver comes back, and it's easy pitch and catch for the offense.
This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
It's now 2nd down.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gonna sling it on second down. Makes the catch. It's Raymond. Turning it on. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
When you're a defensive guy and you want to fire in, you want to go hit the quarterback, but you know if I fire in, he's just going to give the football up. You got to be patient. You got to understand what your responsibility is. Then you see when he keeps the football, you got to go tag him. And the problem is these guys are such good athletes. They're so hard to catch once they do pull the football. But it's kind of like the hidden hat trick. You know, where's the ball? It's underneath this one. No, I picked this one up. No, it's gone. It's underneath this one. Nope, there it is. It's gone.
Here comes the offense on second down. Looking for room. It's Raymond. Breaks the tackle. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
The Scarlet Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. They try to pop a run on the draw. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the move. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Scarlet Knights line it up with a 1st and goal. The option look. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Yeah, in this part of the field, man, those windows shrink, and it's hard as a quarterback sometimes to really force yourself to throw the football. You're sitting in a good spot in 2nd and goal. Just throw that thing away. Don't take the sack and put you in a bad situation.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. He's looking downfield to throw. It's caught. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
It is perfect, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you got to stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
When it's in play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot. Clock
still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. On the move, it's Moulton. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Piscataway. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem. I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the birthplace of college football.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Gill. Makes the stop at the 32, but he picks up 10 on that play.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
The toss to the right. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
The Hawkeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Got it in the middle, it's Moulton. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
And the Hawkeyes are marching down the field. They'll ride the hot hand. There he goes. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running back searching for a hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Wants to go up top. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, 2nd half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the 2nd half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Running the red zone, it's Washington. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The Hawkeyes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Grabbed in the middle, it's Weber.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
The Scarlet Knights with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Running to Green. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. It's a draw. Quick spin on the run. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. There we go. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How about that? His 2nd receiving touchdown of the ball game. Find ways to get your athletes the ball. They'll do the rest. That's number 2. They better start playing some better defense. Number 3's coming soon.
PAT unit on the field. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it in style with a 57-yard toss for 6. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Might as well give it to him again. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Halfway there on 1st down and 2nd and 5. They'll leave it with him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He'll sneak it.
The defense just can't seem to find a way to get off the field. That time, QB sneak for the 1st down. They need a turnover or something to try to generate some momentum.
And the Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. The give to the tailback. Headed to the end zone. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Iowa!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
On to attempt the try. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper came on the run to the end zone from the 13. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Caught near the sticks. It's strong. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, this guy has been a weapon all game long. They've lined him up all over the field. He's run all different types of routes. The defense has not been able to cover him, and he's got now over 150 receiving yards.
Using his legs, it's Campbell. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll give it to the back. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag.
Holding.
They say you could call holding on every play, Well, they did on that one. Back to pass on second down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
They punted away on fourth down. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. The quick out. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
That looks like a real simple play by the wide receiver, but give him a ton of credit. That was an excellent route. He never telegraphed that he was breaking to the outside. Kept his eyes downfield, so when he cuts, he's able to get maximum separation from the defender, and that's why that play is successful.
The running back has it. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the third. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. They're setting up the screen. Turning it on! Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
The Hawkeyes are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Under fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Second down coming up. He'll take it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Hoping to help their kicker out with a few yards on third down, because from here, it would be a 58-yarder. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
I love the effort on defense that time. That looked like that was going to be a completion downfield, but the physicality of the defender jarred the ball loose.
And the Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
To the ground with the back. Defense there to stop him after a 2-yard gain to the 31.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
And the Scarlet Knights send out the punt unit.
On to punt it away.
He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Gill. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage. For the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him, and he tackles him for no gain.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Takes it on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Using his legs, it's Raymond.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Weber. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Well, the tight end makes the catch. He just tries to do a little too much after it. He makes one guy miss, and at that point starts running backwards and ultimately ends up losing yards.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
The Scarlet Knights will send out the punt unit. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Iowa has the ball back on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
Man, you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
You just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too, because of what you just said, David. They can feel and sense the momentum leaving them.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with a first down.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Sets up the screen. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. Makes the grab, it's Gill. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Handoff to the single running back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him. And in turn, you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. With the run on 1st and goal. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Defense just going after him. They stop him for a loss of 6.
Well, you obviously want to get your receivers the football down here in the red zone, but it's tough to throw it to them because the windows are so small. So I like the idea, handing it off to that guy and seeing if he can do something with the speed.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He's got it and still on his feet. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
And that's a big stop by this defense. And now if you're the offense, I'm down by 3. I can tie this thing up in the 4th quarter. Kick that field goal.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Distance not the problem here. The angle is a little tricky. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they can get a first down. Quarterback on the keeper. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to power their way ahead. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up fourth down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Scarlet Knights decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin them deep. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Got a man. It's Gill. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
Second down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Hey, listen, it's hard for an offense. When you're trailing late in a game, you've got to throw to get back in. The defense already knows it anyway. On top of that, you've got this weather that you have to deal with. These conditions are not conducive to playing pitch and catch. This is a big uphill battle for this offense.
The snap sets up to throw. Gets it to him on the screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Well, I know it's early in the drive, and you're just trying to get completions and get the drive going, but this is 2 minutes, and you're trailing. I mean, you've got to take some shots down the field and be a little bit more aggressive, put some pressure on this defense.
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation.